Hello YouTube, this is ClintostheGamer doing a video review of the game Godus. Godus is currently in beta. It is made by the studio's 22 Cans, which, if you're not familiar with them, Peter Molyneux, the guy who made Fable and Populous and Black and White, is helping to make this game. So first I'm going to talk about the concept of this game. Basically, it's a God game. You are trying to help guide these people throughout time, help them gather resources, help them gain technology, and help them grow in population. As the game progresses, you go into different ages. You start out in the primitive age, and at the very end of the game, you will be in the space age. There are a total of 12 ages planned. Right now, as the game stands, there's only 2 ages that have been implemented, and that is the Primitive Age and the Bronze Age. As you can tell, the graphics in this game are very cartoony. If you're into that, then they aren't that bad. They're not that great either, but they're not that bad. I think this game could have been a little bit better if they would have chose to make some realistic graphics. I think it made the game a little bit more fun and more fun to watch. But the graphics don't take away from the game at all, but they don't really add to it either. One thing that I found annoying was the field of view within the game. Now, I don't know if this is going to be improved later as the game gets more developed, but as it stands, the field of view is very small. You can see the edges on the screen here, and whenever you move the screen, the edges move with it and all that kind of stuff. And I found that kind of disorienting, and I hope they fix that. I hope they make it to where you can see more of the screen at one time. It's kind of odd they chose to do it that way. I don't know if they haven't made the game very efficient yet, and they are just holding back on doing that or not. But hopefully they change that. The controls of the game are a little bit annoying. Whenever you're terraforming, it's kind of hard to get it to do exactly what you want it to do. To terraform, you click and drag, and it's just kind of wonky. Like, it just doesn't do exactly what you want. And so at the beginning of the game, I had a lot of trouble trying to get it to do exactly what I wanted, but the more I played the game, I got a little bit more used to it, but still, I would say they need to improve on the controls a little bit. But basically, all you do in this game is click and drag to terraform, and just click to cut down trees, to destroy rocks, to do other stuff within the game. And within the game, there's this concept of faith, and whenever you cut down these trees, whenever you cut down these rocks, you gain faith. The faith can be used to make more citizens, to use some of the powers, such as terraforming, and you unlock more powers as you play the game, and to do stuff like that. At the beginning of the game, it was kind of annoying and tedious. You only had one power, which was terraforming, and it like I said, it was just controlled very wonky and it didn't work right. But the more you played, the more powers you got. It got a little bit better, got a little bit more fun. One thing that was really annoying in this game was that whenever you gain, like, the citizens, their houses stimulate faith, and or accumulate, I should say. As it accumulates faith, you have to click on each house to get the faith, instead of it automatically giving it to you, which I found very odd. I don't really see why they would want to make you click on every house to get the faith. It's just very repetitive and tedious. And also, you had to click on the houses to make citizens. Now, I kind of understood this because the citizens cost faith. They cost like 10 faith to make one. So I guess That's why they did that. But still, I don't think they should make it where you have to click on the houses. They should make it some kind of menu or something to where you can make a number of citizens instead of having to click on every house to make one. But, you know, it is what it is. Hopefully that changes. The ages, you know, as I said earlier, the more you play the game, you advance through these ages and you gain technology and stuff. I played the game for 5 hours, and I was still on the first age. And I was power playing it too. Like, I was doing a lot of stuff. I was expanding rapidly. I had covered a good bit of the map with my houses, and I was still in the first age. Now, I don't know if it's that way because they're still in beta and there's only 2 ages that have been implemented. I hope that's why. I really don't want to have to spend a lot of time to make these to go through the ages, because some of the later ages sound kind of cool, but if it takes over 5 hours for me to get through one age, I don't even know if I'm gonna play it long enough to see the other ages. So I hope they change that. I hope they make it a little bit easier to go through the ages, or maybe add some kind of free play or something to it to where you can like start out in a different age and make it where you don't have to suffer through some of these more boring ages. Like the primitive age is pretty boring, just from what I've played. And hopefully the other ages they implement are a little bit more fun. Multiplayer in this game is somewhat simplistic. Right now, from the few games I played in multiplayer, there was one where it was a race to see who could have the biggest population within a certain amount of time. Basically, who can click on the most trees and the most rocks and terraform the fastest wins. And you know, it wasn't that fun. I didn't have that much fun doing it. It was really, really boring. And another one I played was you do the same thing, except once the time runs out, then then all your guys go to some predestined location on the map and kill each other, and you have no control over them, and you just watch them kill each other. Basically, whoever has the most guys wins, unless all your guys get stuck in some spot or something like that. Hopefully they make the multiplayer a little bit better as the game gets more developed. They probably will. I mean, I think they said the game's only 40% developed at the moment, but right now the multiplayer is not that great. Replay value, if you really enjoy the game, I could see making multiple files. I could see that. But really, I think the only way I would ever make multiple files is just to play through one era over and over again, because I feel like Space Age is going to be really fun. Once they implement it, I feel like that'd be a really good age to play through. Along with Medieval Age, which was like the 6th age. That'd probably be a fun age too. But as it stands right now, only have Primitive Age, we only have Bronze Age. They're not that fun. They're really not. I couldn't see playing this longer than... might see 10 hours. I can maybe see that. Playing it longer than 10 hours, that'd be pretty boring to do. So, is this game worth the money? Right now on Steam, they're having a sale currently at the time of this review. It's going for $10. Usually it's going for $20. I would say it is definitely not worth $20. Not at the moment. Maybe once they implement more stuff, implement all the ages, hopefully make some improvements to the multiplayer, hopefully make the game less tedious and less time consuming. It's very time consuming. Then I might consider paying $20 for it. Really, right now $10 for it seems like a little much. Usually my rule for these kind of games is, can I get $1 an hour? And for this game, I don't know if I can get $1 an hour. I really don't even want to play it anymore. I've played 5 hours in it, and I do not want to play another 5. That sounds horrible. If just watching the gameplay, if you think it looks really fun, go ahead and buy it. If you really enjoy God games, you would probably enjoy this game enough to get 10 hours out of it. So if it's $10 right now. If you like that, I would buy it for $10. If you don't, do not buy it. $20. If it's not $10, don't buy it at all. The $20 is way too high at the moment. Once they release some more stuff, once they implement all the other ages, I might consider it. But as it stands, this game is just an okay game. It's not that great. Really boring, really tedious. It probably should have been a tablet game. If this game was on a tablet, I would probably say this is a good game. I'd probably say go buy it on an iPad or a Kindle or something like that. It'd be really fun to play on a tablet. But I don't know why they didn't do that. They should have just released it on a tablet. That would have been fun. I think I'm going to give this game, as it stands right now, probably a 4 out of 10. A 5 being an average game. A 4, which is what this is a little bit below average. It's a little bit below average. It's really not worth the money, not worth the time, and it's not that fun. The only thing really cool about it, I like watching the people make cities and making houses and stuff. That's kind of fun to watch. But I think I'd rather just watch some people play it as opposed to play it myself. So, anyway, have a good day. Thanks for watching.